The iPhone 18 Pro is shaping up to be Apple's boldest design in years. And it's not just about how it looks, but the upgrades it's coming up with. It's got a punch hole camera system, the entire Face ID is under the display, and an upgraded modem, as well as a 2nm chipset. So Apple is not averse to any of this, but that was never Apple's point. So the dynamic island on the previous generations of iPhones will finally be disappearing and it'll be replaced by a punch hole camera. Now, obviously the dynamic island would have to be redesigned, and it will be. So you'll just have a punch hole camera and the entire Face ID would be under the display. And yes, this tech has been available with Android since a long time, but Apple has never been the first innovator. It has used technologies that have already existed and tried to perfect it within their own ecosystem. Since it's been years and this technology, I'm guessing, has been tested thoroughly, now they can fully rely on this and make sure that under the display Face ID is working as well as the Face ID that has existed before. Now, along with this, Apple is also trying to make a bezel-less display, which is inspired by John Ivy's one slab of glass philosophy, but there are considerable challenges that get to it, and those include durability, waterproofing, display distortion, as well as antenna performance. So keeping all of these things in mind, I would take the bezel-less design with a pinch of salt, because it might not happen for the 18 Pro, but it might happen in the future iPhones that will be coming up. Now let's talk about the camera tech. Now the camera tech so far that we've seen in iPhones, the main supplier has been Sony. A few of the components have been supplied by Samsung, I think the lens system, over the years. But now Apple is making a major shift from Sony sensors to Samsung sensors. Now the ultra-wide camera is supposed to get a massive boost from the 12 megapixel existing camera to a 48 megapixel camera. Now it's just not the megapixels that count, the internal sensors have also changed. They will have sharper details as well as better low light performance. There's another tech which is quite popular in Android smartphones, that's variable aperture. Now, variable aperture has been in Android flagship phones since a while, and Apple is finally bringing to their phones as well, and the supplier is Samsung. Now let's talk about the brains, the 2nm chip, which will be manufactured by TSMC. Now, a few months back, TSMC confirmed that the yield was somewhere around 70%. That yield has increased even more by now, so you can expect the 2nm chips will be on time for the 18 Pro next year. With these new chips, you can expect a 5 to 10% boost in performance as well as power efficiencies over the 3nm chips, which would be put into the iPhone 17 series lineup. Now let's talk about the modem. Now Apple has relied on Broadcom as well as Qualcomm to take care of their wireless needs. With the C1 model, Apple has moved on to its own chips so that it has better integration with hardware and software, and it has better control over battery performances as well. Now, the C1 excluded a major portion of the 5G spectrum, which was mmWave. Now, 5G mmWave is particularly hard to do because it drains a lot of your battery, and this wasn't included in the C1 modem. With the C2 modem, it will be included, and you can reach higher speeds if the network allows you to. Now, the final change that is going to happen is the launch strategy. Now, the 18 Pro models, along with the foldable iPhone, yes, the foldable iPhone is coming, they both will be launched on September 2026. If you want to know more about the foldable iPhone, I've got a video right here, and you can go to that and check out what the specs are. But the Pro and the foldable iPhone will be launched in September 2026, and the other iPhones, which include the 18e, 18, 18 Plus, all of these will be launched in spring, somewhere around March. So when I compare the 17 leaks to the 18 leaks, both of them are confirmed, by the way, I would suggest anybody who's on 15 or 16 series, they wait for the 18 series, skip the 17 altogether. The 17, in my opinion, is marginally better than the 16. So if you're looking for that big jump, that will only happen in the 18 series models, especially if you're a Pro user. You can expect significant camera upgrades, you can expect significant battery improvements as well as display overall, the aesthetics of it will also improve. So if you are someone who's at 15 or 16, I would say wait for the 18 to release. That would be a worthwhile upgrade. 17, in my opinion, is not for people who have iPhones 15 or above. Let me know in the comment section what actually matters to you, and if you're willing to upgrade to the 17 or the 18.